All right, it's a beautiful week, and we're here once again at Hakisho Yugi. This is Hakisho Awareness. You can call it Hakisho 15 Questions, whereby we come up with an idea, an issue, something that is taking place, that is happening around the community, and then we discuss about it. It could be you have an idea, it could be when you have no idea. Whatever the case, in both way, you live here with the information. My name, once again, as usual, Happy Christopher Kasuja, and it is the show of awareness with Mr.
Leonard Kamgisha Akida.
Leonard
Kamgisha Akida, a mental health journalist.
Mental health journalist. Of course, whoever hears that knows where we're heading.
Yeah.
Right?
It's still okay.
Because if at the end of the day you introduce the show when you're with a policeman, you know where we are going. When we are with a doctor, you know where we are going. Yeah. So a mental health journalist. Yeah. You're welcome at Haki Show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Christopher.
Please.
And it's my pleasure to be hosted on Haki Show today.
Please. Our honor always to have you and to have people of your nature.
All right.
I know your presence and your information and your ideas that we are going to share from now onwards will be of value to our Haki Show viewers. Those who are watching us from the country Uganda and those who are watching us from other countries, we all say bravo. We send our greetings.
And they are going to enjoy.
Indeed. I hope they will.
They will. Yeah.
Someone say whoever has a mental health problem is literally mad. Actually, that's what the community says. Or that's what some of us we know. Whoever has a mental health problem is literally mad. True?
Some say half mad and half health.
Why are you
but those are stereotypes. We call them societal stereotypes. Mental health doesn't mean insanity or madness. In fact, everyone of us, except the 1-year-old child, but we are going to find that throughout our discussion, we are going to find out that they are at a certain point also victims of mental health. Mental health doesn't mean a state of insanity or madness. No, each one of us has at a certain point gone through mental health disorders. So most of the times when we talk of mental health, people think of one is mad, one is
half mad.
That is what they call mental health disorders. I know that is premature birth. But that is not what mental health means. Now, mental health, when we talk of mental health, we are looking at one's ability to deal with psychological, emotional, and social well-being.
Come again?
One's ability to deal with psychological, emotional, and social well-being or social challenges or problems.
For instance, how do you manage the three?
How do you manage the three? We have always faced some psychological problems, emotional distress, social challenges. We have had people have family problems. So your ability to deal with such a challenge or a problem determines your mental health, the level of your mental health. So it doesn't necessarily mean that whoever we see on the streets, these mad people, for us mental health specialists, we don't really like calling them mad people. No, because we are not medics. It's only medics that can prove one's state of mental being. So for you who is not a medic, you have no right to say this man is mad because you are not a health specialist. So I was still telling you, we have people, they have social challenges. They have isolated themselves. They no longer involve or associate with others.
In public.
They no longer involve themselves in public activities. They have chosen to be in isolation. That is a social problem.
They don't want to be in public.
They don't have to be in public. They just don't want to be alone. So that one being mad.
Not mad.
So that one rules out saying that
the
mental health
means someone being mad. Now, at that very point, besides, now we may just say Mr. Leonard likes being lonely, likes being alone. What really are the signs of say this person may have a given percentage of a disorder?
Thank you so much. That's an interesting question. How do we tell that this person has mental health disorder?
Yeah.
There are very many signs we can tell that this person is battling a mental health problem. We call it battling mental health problem. We have people like now it is a football season.
Yeah.
We have those people who are fans, ardent fans of some certain
teams, like Manchester United,
like my Arsenal. Friends of Arsenal. So you find that
which team
Christopher,
which team do you support?
I support local content. I'm a local content supporter, so I support Ugandan football.
Hope you're not running off from being a Manchester United fan.
No, I support local football.
Okay.
Now, this person has been loving his team, like Manchester. Let's use that. I'm sorry to Manchester fans. Asibia kapapura. You call it oksiba kapapura, the youth language. Asibia kapapura ke. They defeat him every now and then. Now he starts losing interest in the things he or she loves most. We have our friends who take some beer. Someone has been loving taking some beer every evening, walks to the trading center, sits with others. But before you get to know it, he has started running away from such groups, from the things he likes most. That one will tell you that this person has got some social challenges, which are mental health disorders. We have other people. Someone gets a salary, the month has just ended. Someone gets a salary and he starts giving abnormally. Those abnormalities. Someone had a car, had a lot of wealth, and you see him starts giving them out. You should be inquisitive to know why is Mr. So and so, why is Madam so and so giving out his assets abnormally. And then we have depression. In Uganda, I think it's what we call enyike. Someone is seated, you see someone is seated in an isolated place, and their heads are bowed down. When they are speaking, you hear them doing. Have you ever been walking and you meet someone shaking his head like that, or speaking alone? That one tells you that this person is battling something big. And that one is a mental health disorder. And then we have these people who quarrel. The quarrelsomeness. Someone out of anything is
that a character of a person?
It's a character of a person.
When someone is naturally quarrelsome.
We have people who are naturally quarrelsome. But we have others who become quarrelsome because there is that driving force. Something is driving him to be quarrelsome. They develop quick anger, and destructive anger. That one will be a sign of mental health disorders. There are quite many. Because of time, we cannot discuss everything.
Those are the things that we can look at and say, someone may have a mental health disorder. You are still watching us at Hakisho Yugi. It's Hakisho Awareness. Before today, what was your perception about mental health disorder? Anyway, have you seen such people in your community? You could have. If not, look at what we are discussing with a senior mental health journalist, Mr. Leonard. Once again, as we proceed, like what anyway, signs related to what causes this, because you talked of depression. Depression may be a sign you based on say this one. Someone may be battling something. Depressed, but again, can a depression also fall into the causes? In the causes.
If, for example, the causes of mental disorders, we have depression as well.
Let's look at the causes so that if our viewer wants to avoid or to deal away with this, they can avoid these causes. Before we get into prevention, what causes mental health?
Before we go to what causes mental health, I want to break down for someone who is viewing us at the moment to know what really mental health is. I want to bring you the statistics. Globally, according to the World Health Organization, I will first ask you and I let you close your eyes for 1 second.
I can. I've closed it.
Now open your eyes.
I've opened.
According to the World Health Organization, we say that every second, over 10,000 people die of mental health globally across the world. 10,000 people die of mental health disorders, and specifically suicide.
Oh,
10,000 people, when we are closing our eyes, 10,000 people died of suicide across the world. Recently, we saw the Uganda Bureau of Statistics releasing the National Population and Housing Census 2024 report. In this report, there is something that caught my attention. A report about the state of mental health in Uganda. And UBOS, according to UBOS report, it showed that 18.4% 18.4% of the 45.9 total population, million people in Uganda are battling mental health disorders.
That's a big
number. That is the report Ugandans gave to our enumerators. The report, the statistics that UBOS came up with. You can imagine how big is that number.
That's a big number.
And majority of these people are battling depression. They have got psychological disorders, problems, emotional disorders, social disorders. We have the youth. They have been in relationships. They are being dumped every now and then. They are suffering heartbreaks. We have students who are in universities. Did you know that poverty is also among the causes of mental health disorders?
Poverty comes in, brings in the depression part.
Yeah. Now, like these people who have grown up in disadvantaged families, grow up, you're hating yourself, you criticize yourself every now and then. Because of poverty, you end up having mental health disorders. Now, let's look at the challenge, at the causes
of mental health disorders.
We have got a lot of causes. I already mentioned about poverty. I mentioned about depression. And we have anxiety.
Anxiety?
Someone expresses too much. No. You have too much worry about something.
Anxiety,
you have too much fears. You're so anxious.
How will I pass the exam?
How will I pass the exams?
I'm going to meet him. What will he tell me?
Imagine for some of you who are working. Your boss summons you in his office. Maybe there have been some bad reports about you. You're worried, what will he tell me? Is it good news or bad news? You get it? So that fear also causes mental health disorders. And then I talked about anxiety, poverty, stress. During COVID-19, people experienced a lot of stress, especially our business community. Even the nature of the jobs we do contribute to our mental health disorders. You're overworking. You're being exploited.
You have less time to rest.
Less time to rest. Have a lot of heavy workloads. So that one alone. And then other people are exposed to different environments. Let's look at our security men and women. These men in uniform. Every day they're exposed to gunshots, heavy sounds. Our traffic men and women on the road. That noise pollution itself will have a mental effect onto them. Look at those who are working in industries. We don't say that industrialization is bad, but we need to look at its impact on one's mental health. There are quite many.
Now, could our viewer also know, like, when you look at the poverty, it may be unavoidable to someone, given the circumstance. I may not go somewhere and eliminate poverty from me. Therefore, should we say that mental health disorder is unavoidable?
Mental health disorder is unavoidable. Many people, like the 10,000 people I talked about, majority of them are committing suicide, not because they are unable to prevent it, but they are dying in silence. They are lacking to find someone to speak to. Many people don't have a person they can open up to. So how do we prevent that? Speak up. If you're battling any mental health disorder, stress, depression, if you have developed any suicidal thoughts, some people be there, embeera ekalubye kaneje mu bulamu bw'ensi eno biganye. So you're saying no, ebinagaana. You know that you are loved. The world loves you, people love you. But how are you going to avoid such thoughts? One, look for a trusted person. Speak to him or her. Could be your parent, could be your spouse to those who are married, could be your spiritual leader or mentor, could be a friend. Speak to them. Open up. So that a problem shared is a problem solved. So you can speak to such a person. And then two, you can always go to avoid things that cause you such thoughts. Meet with friends, talk to them. Go to a happy place. Those places where you enjoy, listen to music, have the mind play football, exercise. You will find that you have already forgotten about your problems that are disturbing you.
At that point, can someone say that mental health disorder has levels in terms of percentage? That you do have, but let's say 25. You do have 50. And for that matter, the question really would be, do we have types?
You remind me of I told you we don't like calling them mad people, but you remind me of one mad woman. She said that we are all mad, but the level of madness differs.
At exactly that point.
And if you were with me, I told you at the beginning that at a certain point, we have all become or been victims of mental health disorders. So there are those levels. But I told you, the person who has the right to determine is the medical personnel.
Only can determine. It has been Hakisho, and it will always be Haksho Yugi. I have been with the senior. Do you know why I call you senior? Is how the issues are always argued out. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
So at this very point, I just send greetings to whoever and the community, the entire fraternity of Team University Uganda. Those are our sponsors. Are you aware?
That's so much. That's something interesting here.
Very good. Royal Lakeview Gardens along Nabunya Road. Those are also our sponsors. Nakasero Senior School, just opposite Team University. Those are also our people.
A stone throw from here.
Yes, just a stone throw from here. We just say bravo and thank you very much. Next episode, the percentages and more about this. Anyway, we are here to make you know what you didn't know. It is hack show for you. Our remarks as we close up the show. Right. Closing remarks from you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Christopher, for hosting me. Before I give closing remarks, our dear viewers who are viewing this, it matters. Mental health matters. Let's go out and create awareness. Let's spread love, not hatred. Love our people. Love your neighbors. Love everyone. And be inquisitive to know if one of you is missing. Be inquisitive to know. Mr. So-and-so used to be with us. You sports lovers. No. Mr. So-and-so used to watch with us football. Why is he no longer with us? Like a weekend like this after his team has been defeated. What could have happened to his life?
Give a person a call.
Give a person a call. Do physical meetups. Meet the person. And then avoid being judgmental. Someone comes to you, he tells you, I'm battling this, I have depression, and you start telling them, you see, you are the bad one, you don't want to listen, you spend all your time on football, you love football so much. You get it? That girl would not have dumped you. You are bad. No, don't be judgmental. Don't be judgmental, because when you become judgmental, this person will hate himself or herself. And then the result will be being depressed or even committing suicide. And as I go, I call you, our dear viewers, subscribe to Haki's show.
That's important.
Share it. Share it anyway, because this information needs to go further. There are very many people who don't know anything about mental health. So if you share this, everyone will get to know about it. Till next time, I remain Leonard Kamgisha Akida, founder and editor at Parrots Media and a mental health journalist in Uganda.
Happy Christopher Kasuja, my name, the host of today. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.